Hi and welcome back to this channel. I'm going to attempt something a little bit different today, and that is a question I'm asked quite regularly. How does the footage go from the drone onto my YouTube channel? What programs do I use, etc. Because you often hear me talking about have to edit the footage, etc. So I'm going to go and show you the whole process. Okay, so I'm going to move to the screenshot of my laptop screen, and I start by I plug the drone into the it has a USB port on it, and I plug that into the laptop, find the memory card of the drone, and then here is all the films, videos, etc., pictures that I have on my drone at the moment. So it splits them up into, it's around 4-minute segments. So the final 3 are the ones I'm looking for today. So I select those, and then I always drag them into the videos folder onto the laptop, and that will start copying them from the drone to the laptop. It's a 512 gigabyte memory card in the laptop, I think. So every so often I will clear it out. It's been a little while, so that's why there's quite a few on there at the moment. So as you can see, it's going to take around 3 minutes to upload those. So I'll put a little bit of music on and time lapse it until the end. So when that has completed, that is the video files done, so I can unplug the drone, just switch it off, and then I have to put the sound files on. I use a DJI Mic 2, which I can record directly onto the microphone. So in a similar way to the drone, if I plug the microphone into the USB, select the microphone, and then I have actually already saved this sound file as Campus 6, because the video is about the Etihad Campus, which I recorded yesterday on the 6th of October. So I would do the same, select it, then I drag that into the music or video folder. I'm going to put it in the video folder, and as you will see, that will copy across. That is quite a fast copy because it's only a small audio file. So then I'm actually done with uploading everything to the computer. So I use Capcut for editing my videos. So once that opens, I create a project. And this is the main screen that I use to edit the video. So I import, then I know I stored the video files and the sound file in the videos folder. Now you'll see I have a beginning and an ending video, and that is basically my intro and my exit that I leave in there. for adding to each video as we go. So I select the beginning, the 3 segments of video and my end screen. Click open, then click on one of the pluses, and that adds them down into this section at the bottom, which is your sort of timeline of the whole video, and it actually stitches the 3 sections together. So then we also need to import the sound, which we know was that called Campus the 6th. So we add that, and we add that down to there. Let's make sure my volume's turned up. Now the sound has to line up with the actual video. So how I do it is on here, if I start playing it from here, the actual video starts is when I've pressed record on the drone. So when I hear the beeps on this sound of the drone, of the recording starting, I need to pause it, remove that the section of audio before, because I've started the mic recording before I've started the drone. So then if I pause it at the point of the beep of the drone starting recording and delete that first section of audio, and then I line it up with the start of the video, I know the audio is in the right place. So I'd press play. And I missed that, so that wasn't a very good demo. I was too slow, it was quite near the start. So I think I'll start again there and try there. Yeah, it was, I can just see the little ridge. If I turn the audio up louder, you might just hear it a bit better. Yes, the beat was about there, so we're in milliseconds. So choose that there, then I can delete the audio to the left. And then if I now drag the audio back to the start of the video, I know it is in around the, just turn that sound down a little bit, I know it is in the right place. So the next thing I do on my video is from my start screen here to cutting into the video, it's quite a harsh, because it, as you'll watch, it just jumps straight into the picture from the drone. So you can overcome that, and I add something called a black fade, which I do for about 2 seconds. So I'll just shrink this bottom timeline so you can, so from there it adds a black fade, so when the drone footage appears you'll see it fades into view. So I do that at the start, then I move to the end, and see if I play this here you'll see what I mean. Looking at the picture, see it just cuts to the black screen. Now if I add the fade again for about 2 seconds, it will now fade gently into the end screen, so it just looks a lot neater. Now at the end the audio usually finishes before I stop pressing record, so you can see where I finish speaking here. So I need, anywhere in this region is where I need the audio to end. So yet again, I can go up here and delete right, and that removes the audio from there. And then I can line up the end of the footage. I can drag that down to where it fades out, just at the end of where I'm speaking.
With another one. With another one.
That is basically now the audio, the start and the finish, all into sync. This is quite a simple video to show you. The next part I do is around 2 minutes, is I will add a little subscribe. It's not a button, it's just a banner, which I have here. Or I do have some preset ones, like this one will add one that side. This one, I think, if I can get it up, adds it on the left hand, a button on the left hand side. So I add one to the track there. So let me move it nearer. So when it's playing, it will now add a little subscribe banner in the top right hand corner.
Now in this corner.
So because I don't like to sort of push it in people's faces, I tend to use them rather than keep mentioning it and almost begging on the screen. So I add them around every 2 minutes. And this is a 9-minute video, so it's 3 or 4 I've added on this one. And that is basically the video made. So I have to name it. So I'll call this one Campus Demo, just because it's a demonstration of how I make a video. Save it. And then the next stage is we have to export it, which is basically all this. It puts together everything I've built down in this bottom corner. So it's called Campus Demo. It's going to save it in my videos folder. Again, it's in 4K. You can choose the frames per second. It should be 60 for this. It's an MP4, and if I did want just the audio, that would be an MP3. It's going to be a 9-minute long video and end up 2.37 gigabytes, and then I press export and it begins to convert it into a single video. So once again, I put on a little bit of music and time lapse this bit because it will take a little while. Okay, so that's now uploaded to the computer as a whole video. So I won't close that down yet because we still have a little bit more to do in there to make a thumbnail for YouTube. But what I do next is I start that uploading to YouTube. So it's sort of underway because again this part takes a while. So I use YouTube Studio, then yet again it's in videos, but now you'll see it's added a campus demo, which is the complete video. So if you see down here where I'm moving the cursor, it starts uploading. It's going to take 10 minutes. So I can leave that going. I move back to Capcut, which is where I find an image that I'd like to use as a thumbnail. I'll just have that, if I can get it in the right place. There we go. That view of the campus here. I go on to text. I think it's this one where I've got font stored. So I choose my font. Then we call this Etihad Campus. I always bold them, underline them in italic. I can make that one a bit bigger if I want to, and say I can position that on the screen where I like. If I want to add a second one, so just for example, we'll put Manchester City FC. I'll do the same with that. But if I didn't want that so big, I can drag that smaller and put that down the corner. Then you'll see from a lot of my thumbnails for a lot of my videos, I'll just do a random colour. And I'll just write the surrounding area. As you'll notice from a lot of my thumbnails, I add writing like that, and that's just to show you how I do it. Then I would screenshot. I'm not going to screenshot this one because I'm actually using the screen record function on the laptop to record this screen, so I can't screenshot this, but I've already actually made this video and put it out, so I've got a thumbnail I already made, so I can show you how I add that, etc. And then now that is Capcut finished with, so I can close that and I can close that completely. Now if I go back to YouTube, I can start adding a description. I'm only going to do sort of brief ones. This is set at Bramley Moor Dock at the moment, but down here is just the description of the video. I already have that sort of preset in. This one happens to be the last video I've done, which was Bramley Moor Dock. In fact, I'm not sure if I've got an Etihad. I have got a Etihad one, or tag saved. So I would fill that with the proper description for whatever video it is. Then I move on. As you can see down the bottom now, we're on 57%, 4 minutes left. So it just saves a bit of time at the end if, as you say, I've started that off early before I make my thumbnail. So this here is thumbnail, which ends up in screenshots. And I'm not sure, for whatever reason, the screenshots are not showing on my screen anymore, but I think that was the one. Yeah, that was the right one. So as you can see, I made that one earlier, wasn't the one I've just done, because I couldn't screenshot while I'm screen recording. So then playlists, I would add this one into training grounds, which is at the top. So that's now in the right place. It's not made for kids. You always click no on this one. Have I altered any real footage? Then down here I have sort of most of the tags preset, but they're actually Everton ones, so if I delete them I can add, which I know I've got, there's ones for the Etihad Stadium. Video language, it's obviously English. Caption certificate, to be honest I don't really know what that is. This video date is today, the 7th. Video location, if I start writing Etihad, there we go, Etihad Campus. That's all purely because some people may search for a location. It's in category sport. You can choose if you want comments, how they're moderated. So move on to the next screen. Monetization, I am monetized. So I select yes for that. You can choose where the adverts etc. are placed, because that's how you make your money, is by the adverts, but whatever YouTube have got them set at, that's where I've always left them, so I can't really comment too much on that page. This page you have to give your video a rating. So it asks if it's inappropriate language, adult contents, violence, etc., drug use, firearms. So I can click none of the above. And then because they do check it themselves, but because my ratings, what I've done myself, have always been accurate, I'm allowed to submit my own rating. It says here, like, your rating accuracy is high, so we'll monetize it using my input. They do check it and would let you know if it wasn't. Now you'll see on my videos as at the end screen, going back to, in fact I'll show you it. If I go into videos, my ending is this screen. So when that appears on the screen, you will see where I'm waving my cursor now, there's usually two pictures that appear, which they are actually added by YouTube. So I'll add an end screen. That last ending video I add is 20 seconds long, because that's where YouTube insert the pictures. So I have these saved a bit, so my logo's there, which if someone did click on it would take them to the subscribe page, and here I can add a playlist for, because it says more from this series, so I would add the training ground, and that, if I move this along a bit, as you can see there, it shows the rest of it. So click here to subscribe more from this series. So I save that, and that's now added. We'll add them in the right place. See, my video's finished uploading now, and it's processing. So it's quite a lengthy process. I say now it's checking it for copyright. Sorry, excuse me, phone. Add suitability I've already done, because I can submit my own, but you can move on. Then you get the choices of whether you want it private, unlisted, members only, or public. Usually obviously I click public, and then I would have to wait for this check-in to finish before saving. But I'm going to do this one unlisted because I've actually released this video already this morning, not just this demo one. Then I will click save. Now that would either list it straight onto YouTube. If I go to my dashboard, in fact you can see it there now. It's, in fact I'll refresh it because that might be old. Yeah, it's been about out 2 hours. It's had 203 views, and which is ranking of my videos at the moment, number 6 out of 10 for how many people have viewed it. And sorry, first 53 minutes. I don't know where I got 2 hours from. Oh, I see more performance data in 2 hours. So yeah, it's been going 53 minutes, had 200 views. And there you see some of my other videos, what views they have got in the same amount of time. See, so that one's quite low. And that is how a video goes from the drone onto YouTube. So hope you enjoyed that sort of different look and how someone edits a video. If you can like, share and subscribe, that is always greatly appreciated. And do leave it in the comments if you've got anything else that you wonder about, what happens with a drone or with editing or how it's done, and I will do my best to see if I can make one. So once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.